start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6. The Ravens at 13-1 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 136 yards. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Steps away. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards?
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle. Touchdown.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back. The man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Gets past one man. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 61 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Hands it off out of the gun. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That is caught at the 7. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Falcons do. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Jackson now. Robinson's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys have now moved out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds...
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle by D'Angelo Malone. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's fielded at the 45. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there and have.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taken in at the 11. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 148 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Jackson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's complete to Robinson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth 1st half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 158 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff running from, and he coughed it up, and the Falcons grab it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Jackson on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jackson. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Jackson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw. Jackson buying time to his left. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Richie Grant in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Well, 207 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll take this to the 46.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope. The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start...
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had.
Here's Jackson throwing on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Jackson on 1st and 10. He finds Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Shakes off the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Baltimore, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.